Raw Taco here. We're on the video 5 of the Lemon Ginger Blast, Lou's Lemon Ginger Blast. And I broke it down into intro, preparation, juicing, then tapping off the jars. And also here we're going to do a little bit of disassemble and cleanup. And also what I want to show is with the pulp that was left over that I showed in one of the earlier videos of the celery and cucumber pulp, how I ferment that. So what I do is I'll take some pink salt and put on it, and I'll take a little bit of from Puridyne Life Biotic, and I'll sprinkle that on it. And this is what I use to culturize my coconut almond yogurt and other nut yogurts, and it's just a great, and sometimes I just take it straight, a mouthful of it, or a spoonful, and go from there. But we'll talk more about that at a later date. And then I take some apple cider vinegar and make sure the remnants is shooken up from the bottom, and I just sprinkle that on there. Not a whole lot. And then I just do a little stir, kind of mix it up a little bit, and let it ferment. I'll let it sit out for about an hour or so. Then I'll put it in the fridge, and then for lunch or dinner, I'll eat it as a side dish. It's something I like, something you might want to try. Again, like I said earlier, this might be an original. I don't know, but I find it very appetizing. A good little staple along with my meal. So, and we'll just set that over here. So on the cleanup, that actually, let me set the timer. So I make sure in an hour that I put that back into the fridge. So on the cleanup, I just want to show you a disassemble and a quick cleanup. So the top, obviously we make sure you disassemble the plug, unplug it, get the plug out of the way. We don't want to disassemble anything, even though it shuts off automatically when you take this cap off, but to be safe. So I just take that, and I'll just have a sink of soapy water here. I'll put that upside down in there. And I do use a biodegradable soap, which is cool. I get at Costco. And then I undo this little cap here. This controls the pulp. And I just kind of take the brush that comes with it, with the juicer, and I just brush that off, and I'll set it over here. Then I'll take this, find my knife here, and I'll pull this apart, this assembly, and gears there. And I'll just take the brush here again and just kind of clean out the little hole there. You can see it gets clogged. I don't know if you can see that there. And then just clean out the pulp, because that gets clogged up as you go. And obviously it's been sitting a little bit since we stopped the juicing. And you want to clean it as soon as possible, because it's so much easier to clean. I get all the pulp off I can so it goes into the compost. And again, this I'm going to try to make something out of it later. And then you can see that hole, it's much clearer there. And then stick that into the sink. And I rinse everything off that has heavy stuff on it before I put it into the soapy water. And then I just kind of clean it off with a knife. I don't want to use a knife too much because I don't want to scratch any of the surfaces. But just kind of go around and get any of the pulp that's remaining, the residue, and just clean that into the compost bowl. And then the twin gears here, pull them out and see how they get kind of gunked up. And the screen, this is the screen, it gets kind of gunked up. So I just take one at a time, and I just take the pointy part here, and I just kind of go around the edge like that. I don't know if you can see that. And just clean off the heavy stuff. For one, it could wash it down the garbage disposal, but I prefer not to do that. It just goes to the waste that way. And then just take this pointy part of the brush and just clean off all the way around. And in the end. and then there's one spot here. I just take a knife, the back end of the knife, and just go around it and clean off the pulp.